What's good? This is Trey with Legit Game coming to you this video, how to get women to pursue you. Alright. So I don't know if you've ever been in a position where a woman is pursuing you. Basically, she's chasing you. It's a very good position to be in, especially if the woman is attractive, because you don't have to do much. You kind of just have to be cool, act like it's no big deal, let her chase you, and then you move the relationship however you want to move it. Now, before you get a woman to this point of her pursuing you, there's certain things you have to do. One of those things is you have to basically put up, you have to communicate to the woman that you're not really that interested in her, almost as if you're friend zoning her, right? And if she's attractive, she's going to be a little confused, because most guys, when they see an attractive woman, what do? Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Oh, you're this. Now, you, on the other hand, you come in, yeah, you think she's attractive, but you're not all over her right away. You're just kind of like, let's just be friends. You don't have to actually say that. I mean, you can, but you want to have that attitude, because if you come in the other way, like, oh, you're so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. If she doesn't already find you physically attractive, or you don't already possess some extreme value that she's immediately attracted to, she's probably going to friend zone you, because she's going to see you as lower value, right? Because in her eyes, if you were higher value, you wouldn't be making yourself so easy, right? You would kind of not be that interested, or you'd have some other shit going on, and you'd kind of be like in a position where you're like, maybe I might spend some time with her, maybe not. But it shouldn't be. Usually a guy of higher value wouldn't be all over her like that. And she knows this. She's not dumb. She's dealt with guys, and she knows how the high value guys act, and she knows how the low value guys act. So you want to give off this vibe like you don't really care. You're outcome independent. You're not attached to the outcome when you're interacting with her. And you kind of just checking her out, like, to see if she's the type of person you'd want to spend your time with. But you're not just like, oh, she looks good, so I want to, I want her right away, and I'm going to do everything for her. She doesn't want that, because that shows her you probably don't have much abundance. You don't have a lot of shit going on in your life, and that's not interesting. All right. So that's the first thing you want to do. And if you have this attitude, she will be more likely to pursue you, with this attitude, as opposed to the other one, right? Of, oh yeah, you're so great, you're so this, you're so that, yeah, bending your back for her and all this stuff. She's gonna see no point in pursuing you. There's no challenge there. There's nothing special about you that would make her want to pursue you. All right. Become a 10. So basically what I mean is, however you would rate this woman, right? So if you would give her an 8, or you give her a 7, or you give her a 9, or whatever you'd give her, you have to be at a higher scale, and you have to communicate that somehow. In her eyes, she has to see, if she sees herself as a 6 or sees herself as a 7, she has to see you as an 8 or a 9. And so every day of your life, you should be striving to become a 10, right? So if someone was to rate you of how attractive you are, you want to reach that level where somebody would actually say you're a 10. So what does that mean? For someone to say you are a 10, unless you are already extremely attractive physically, or you're super famous, or you're really rich, nobody's going to give you a 10. So how you do that is by becoming so valuable that someone would give you a 10, even though you may not physically, like facial wise and body wise, look like a 10, right? So an example, right? If you have a woman who, she's insecure, she's looking for a man or whatever, right? And let's say we're in a club, right? And she's an attractive woman, but inside she's kind of broken, right? And she has all these dudes hitting on her. You're so amazing. You're so great. You're so this. You're so that. In her head, it's all these guys are feeding her bullshit, because she knows inside she doesn't feel that great. Like, she knows she looks good physically, but it doesn't matter. Like, inside she doesn't feel that great. Now somebody else approaches her, but this guy, he's just like, who are you? And she's like, who am I? He's like, yeah, who are you? She's like, I'm so and so. He's like, oh, that's nice. It's nice. Who are these your friends? You know, he's not even really like, he's kind of like into her, but he's not really into her. He's just kind of really relaxed. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he just starts dancing with him. And, you know, maybe, you know, just making some jokes or, you know, talking about what's going on in the environment, not really giving her too much interest. And maybe right when he might say something like, oh, you know, I like your outfit or something like that. And then he might just walk away right after that. You know, go and talk to some other girls. Whether that guy is a 10 or whether he's a 9 or whether he's 8, that type of behavior communicates to a woman, this guy is something about this guy. Like, he's different. Like, why is he not all into me? Why is he so relaxed around me and my friends? Why is he just walking away, not trying to get my number? You know, it's funny because what you see most guys doing, if you want women to pursue you and be interested in you, got to do the complete opposite. I literally, sometimes I go out and I watch what guys do to learn exactly what not to do, right? You have to be different. You cannot be like every other guy. You know, why then you, at that point, you're just relying on luck. Like, hopefully she chooses me out of these other guys. You know, I don't really bring anything different to the table, but, you know, hopefully I get lucky today. You know, nah, that's the wrong mindset. Every day you should be you gotta find ways to increase your value every single day and become irreplaceable. Like, when you approach a woman, she should look at you and be like, wow, this guy's in his own category, right? Like, he's not like, if I look at all the other guys that I'm talking to right now, none of them are like this guy, right? And so you have to figure out how to communicate that. So you have to move differently. Wherever every other guy is moving, you have to move differently. You have to communicate differently. Your body language has to be different. Can't be like these other guys. It's not going to work. It's not going to help you. It's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to make things difficult, and she's just going to put you in the same category as every other guy. So you want to communicate high value. That's really the main point I'm trying to get across here is you have to communicate high value. You should always, every single day, focus on improving your image. So I don't want to say your looks, because there's only so much you can do with your looks, like your face and stuff like that, but your image. So like when a woman looks at you, what does she see? Like, what can she vision? Like, what does she visualize? Like, whoa, this guy's probably a bad boy. You know, he probably doesn't give a shit. He probably has like a fun lifestyle. You know, that's an image that some guys give off, or you might give off this image. Oh, wow, this guy looks like he's just really relaxed and he's a fun time. And, you know, he's non-judgmental. I can probably be sexually free with this guy. You know, he's not thirsty. You know, what does your image communicate? Does your image communicate, oh, wow, that's just another guy? Oh, wow, that guy's probably boring as hell. He probably doesn't have much money. He probably broke, probably, you know, has no goals. You know, there are guys who give off that image. You don't want to be that. You want to, you look at a hot woman, a woman that looks good. What her image that she gives off is like, oh, this girl's fine. If I have her in my life, my friends are going to be impressed. You know, we're going to have great sex. It's going to be amazing. You know, I'm going to be more confident. Like, when you look at a hot woman, you can actually visualize like how amazing your life would be if you get her, right? So when she looks at you, it has to be the same. And when she communicates with you, it has to be the same. She has to be like, man, if I get with this guy, things are going to be so much better, blah, 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 blah. But if she looks at you and she's like, oh yeah, just another dweeb. All right. So you're going to get that result of another dweeb. All right. So that's the advice. I hope it was helpful. Oh, one more. So be fearless, not nice. So this is basically, a lot of guys think that if you be nice to a woman, she's gonna like be attracted to you. It's not really true unless she's already attracted to you. So for example, if she already finds you physically attractive and you're nice, that's amazing. Okay. But before you even think about being nice as a strategy or anything like that, you have to show her, that you are not putting her on a pedestal and your life does not revolve around her. And then this comes down to being fearless. When you don't really care about the outcome of something, this allows you to be fearless. And that's why you can't really be attached to the outcome, because you cannot be fearless. You cannot be free. You cannot be real around a woman if you care too much about her opinion, care too much about her validation, care too much about what she thinks of you. You kind of have to not give a shit. You kind of have to just be you, be okay with losing her, be okay with her not liking you, and just communicate value. And being fearless is valuable, because most people are not fearless. Most people are living in fear and are very rigid and stuck in their ways. And so if you can display that you are fearless, you can display that you are fluid and spontaneous, this is valuable to women, and they will chase a guy like this. They will pursue a guy like this because it's very rare. All right. So this is something you should develop. Learn how to be fearless around women, carefree and uncontrollable. You know, they want a man that's like kind of dangerous, you know, but not, you know, not insane, but dangerous in the sense of, you know, a risk taker, not afraid of the unknown, that type of thing. Because she is afraid of the unknown. She's afraid of taking risks. She needs a man who's not afraid to do that. All right. So that's the advice. I hope it was helpful. For more tips and advice on how to pick up women and attract them, go to legitgame.com or hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/The Real Trey Morgan. Thanks for watching. Peace.